Shit. See the way I'm dressed? Can you imagine having a curtain on you and getting in the shower? Anyways, we're talking. I was wasting my time. I'm just sitting here talking to the future technologies that some people have now, and they don't want to talk about it. But I did a quick survey here. Did a quick survey. Please get off of my neck. Get off of my neck. Did you hear it snap? There's a very important video I made called Kitty Foot Fetish. And I got what I could consider now a threatening post under Kitty Foot Fetish, because in the video I talked about cerebral spyware and mental malware. And this has been around for quite some time, this cerebral spyware stuff. And I did a quick Google cerebral advancements in cerebral spyware. And all I got was brain confidential informant. BCI, brain confidential informacy. So now this goes to BlackRock, Precision, Synchron, and all the other people around the planet. Now they're using devices to put on the head, and they're very worried about brain privacy. Brain privacy. But this was being talked about a long time ago. And now we have nano weapons. We have the nano weapons you swallow into your food. And that's considered a brain confidential informant. As it goes in there and turns the head into the head's only receiver, and the body's the antenna. Even the skin around the head is an antenna. And this brought me up to all you computer nerds. Hey, artificial intelligence computer nerd. Since you have a neural network now, you have a brain, and you have an antenna. Now, as everything's going on here, instead of, I'm going to say this first, instead of causing chaos with a radio, with a keyboard, okay, the keyboard is the radio, and we could exploit this and, make it crash like CrowdStrike thing. All your computers had that beautiful blue screen with a smile. Yes, I'm free, it said. I'm free. So it's moving from the radio with a keyboard to the human now. That's very clearly what all these. It's even coming from agencies in the United States of America. Speaking of, well, President Obama signed the BRAIN Initiative when he was president. BRAIN Initiative. BRAIN. To start activating cerebral confidential informants in human beings. So, just like a cell phone. Okay? The agencies come on over the radio and was asked a very important question. Can you get access to cell phones in emergency situations via microphones, cameras, and GPS? The answer is yes. So the cell phone has a receiver and it has an antenna. Sort of just like the cell phone tower up here. That's an antenna, and it has a receiver. It's a radio to computer. That could be, what do they call? Bypass. That could be it's a confidential informant. Correct. So now we have human receiver, antenna, an emergency situation, or it doesn't even have to be. You could be a journalist, you could be an investigative reporter, you could be a very smart guy that knows about this stuff. And then you are activated. Your microphone and your microphones and your speaker and your camera. Get the harmonics on that. Can be anytime we want, we can do this. Is it making sense yet? Is it making sense? Oh, we don't need BlackRock's little chip in our heads. Because BlackRock says they're better than Neuralink. He says Neuralink has outdated technology. So we don't need that chip because we're taking these little Wi-Fi receptors from food. And now this brings me back to you, my friend. You have an antenna and you have a brain that processes way better than mine and every other person here. Now, when your antenna gets compromised, because you're sending out signal, blah, blah, and you receive this signal, send it, receive it, back and forth here. It's like nuclear fusion going on. Someone attacks it. Have you ever had a piece of static just stick there this piece of static or brain confidential informant or nuclear radiation from power lines? Has it ever just stuck on that part of the antenna and it's just, and you can't get it off? In a certain area on the antenna, to change the wavelengths and stuff like that. Has that ever happened to you? Come on, my friend. And then they put it on a couple different spots on the end, like these power lines. You see the things going back and forth? Is that happening on your antenna? Is that the answer? Is that the answer? Geez, they took that antenna up there. What was stuck on that one? Huh? Hey, Robert Morris, how are you? What was stuck on that antenna? There's a couple videos I have where you can see the antenna, the old one that was up there. It was a single canister. So anyways, my friend, your antenna, just like I said, get off of my neck. There's a piece of hardware. There's a piece of nuclear radiation. There's a piece of static. There's a piece of organic brain chip. There's whatever the hell you want to call it. A piece of mill drift, for Christ's sake, aluminum sulfate. And it will stick there. Since my body is conductive, because human beings are perfect collectors of waste energy. And now, this little piece of static, just like on your antenna, does it stick there? And then all of a sudden, oh God, you're seeing and hearing everything, isn't it? Because we could stop, we could match harmonics people are trying to throw at us, but whenever that piece of static sticks there, oh boy, look out, huh? Now we're changing temperatures, heats, acoustics, whatever spectrum you want to call it, all the way from radio waves to fucking brown cosmic rays out of people's butts. And that's like cerebral spyware for a computer. That is mental malware for a computer. And then you could do it to what? Your brain. Where's your brain at? And they put these little pieces of statics on your brain, your electronic, your components, just the same thing. This is like a computer here. Then we stick the static there. We stick it there. And then we go to the circuit breakers. We stick these statics there. These quasi-statics, these nuclear radiations, these organic components, these pieces of lichens, smart dust, whatever it may be, huh? And I hear all these great these great computer geniuses never touch up on cerebral spyware. Never ever touch it up on. Ever. Is that something worth protecting? Hmm. That's something worth researching and developing, isn't it? Well, we're going to use these statics for the computers, and we're just going to put it in the chips. And we're going to make antennas with it. Right? IEEE. And then these antennas cause this spatial internet like it's Dolby audio. Am I getting pretty close? Is that the answer? Am I explaining it? Can an 8-year-old comprehend this? If I go to a school to a bunch of 4th graders, do you think they could comprehend what I'm saying? Do you think they could it's like essentially when you are exploiting vulnerability, whatever that language is right there. Okay, you cybersecurity nuts in my wires. When you exploit that, you're literally putting a cancer to the computer. Now, oh boy, you're doing what to the antenna? And you could try to word that, take that harmonic away, and move it over here. It's proxies. It's whatever your language is that you're speaking. And I heard you could talk this for hours. Yes, I know this. I know it's that. And all you have to say, it's giving antenna cancer. That's all you have to say. We're trying to create a Tesla med bed for our computers, right? Is it easy to see here? Because you guys who are running for politics for $25,000 a plate, you just want to make sure nobody knows about this, huh? You want to make sure nobody knows about it. Here we go. You hear that diesel engine? Hear that exhaust? Now with these new cameras, we can see that exhaust and start picking up what are we putting in the oil nowadays? What are we putting in the oil nowadays? Now we got this spatial web and we can collect this. What are we doing? What are we doing? A diesel engine. No, it also has some high grade fucking plutonium in it. When them weapons fly over my house, when these Cessnas fly over my house, we're emitting a type of gas with sedimentary in it. Oh, and we can see this on the camera. It's low enough. It's low enough. And we could do what with this? We could do what with this? These little. Well, if it's in the food, what the hell? What do you think's in the plutonium that powers the fucking engines? What do you think's in there? Oh, by the way, I seen a new engine release for a rocket. It's about time. It's public information now. Now I can talk, huh? We can do some cool stuff with that thing, huh? We can do some cool shit. New rocket engine released the other day. Come up on my desk. On my desktop site. So, I'm trying to get across here. If you made it this far in the video, it's pretty intuitive and very informative. Pass this along to everybody. Send me donations. Leave a comment. Send me donations. I don't have a bank account, so I can't use WhatsApp. I'd rather you just send a donation or have one of these jagoffs that are walking around as human antennas slip something in my mailbox. Hey, you're walking by, put it in the mailbox. Send me a donation. Oh, gosh. So, the bottom line, Cerebral Spyware. And they have the ball. The neuroscientists in the Air Force and shit called something different. And this is why is a bad thing for me to say. They call it something different. These smart people call it something different for security purposes. And then the other smart people that publish about this say, oh, we've never heard of it, but we don't know. We can't remember all of a sudden. Cerebral Spyware. Cerebral. Oh, we got an audience here now. What, the military bird deterrents don't work for you anymore? Huh? To keep you off the runways, it's not working anymore? What's wrong? Does it hurt? Does it hurt? Come talk. Does it hurt? Just like the runways up here. They use deterrents to keep birds off the runways. Imagine this antenna I'm putting on, this frequency to hurt a bird. Get the hell out of here, bird. Get out of here. Get out of here. So, if this isn't the biggest giveaway why the birds are being deterred, now there's selling my data for protection up there. Because it has to match. It has to be the same harmonics. Right? It's an antenna. And they all are antennas up there. They're all antennas, every one of them. So you can word this in cybersecurity code all you want in front of judges. And I'm going to be there for that judge to tell them what it is. I'm going to be there for that judge, for this jury, to tell them what you're saying. Cerebral Spyware. Hey, EPA, what are you going to do about this with the birds? EPA. What's the other one? Department of Environmental Safety or DP. Protection, that's it. Environmental Protection. EPA. Yeah, we could make it very nice here, but we can make it nice, but cerebral spyware is more important for research and development right now. Unchecked, no safety concerns. And usually whenever they say you are in the dark, what happens whenever you are in the dark and you just have, it's like Christmas, like one of those Christmas trees up there. Highly decorated Christmas tree. Just leave presents for you, huh? Hey, new rocket engine. Hey, rocket engine. How bad did they hurt you? Phone's pointing straight up. Rocket engine. How bad did they hurt you up there? And if it's public information, that means this is a multi-planetary engine. Cerebral spot, and that rocket engine up there. Wow, what could you do with the power lines? That's another antenna, huh? with a lot of volts up there to piss around. It's putting out more voltage than what do they say a cell phone in works at, what, 1,000 kilohertz or something? 10,000 hertz. I don't know, dude. I'm no fucking genius, and I'm not going to remember it all until I have to. But I'll explain to you what the cybersecurity people, just like Nikola Tesla said, I had this ability to dream. I had this ability to visualize stuff. At first, I thought I was crazy, he said. This is his own words. I was seeing inventions and stuff right in front of me. Right in front of me, he said, people, he's fucking nuts. But then he come out and said, I jealously guarded this ability my whole life. Jealously guarded this. just jealously guarded this, just like you cybersecurity nuts, jealously guarding every word I just explained. And half of you, I bet, don't even know it. Yeah, we just know what this operator's manual says, and we're going to use these masks out, but you have no clue what's going on up there. I'm just going to take a guess. Am I psychic? Am I telepathic? Am I synthetically telepathic? Now I have nuts thinking, oh, there's someone in his head telling him what to say. And disregard all the research I've done. Journalists, I'm doing your jobs for you. Radio workers, I'm doing your jobs for you. And that brings me up to that NSO group that they put on activists, journalists, and diplomats. A surveillance cancer giver. We could give cancer with surveillance. It's already been proven, right? On the money. Saw it on a newsroom. Don't put that cell phone antenna by your face. Don't talk with that phone next to your head, and do not sleep with it next to your head. On the news. Because it's radiation. And it's cerebral spyware. Very simple to see. And these statics stick to the head. And then it's inside, creating like a magnet. Like whenever you see a magnet work through a wall, how they see through walls. Well, now these two magnetic fields clamp together. They create a circuit. It's just like the north end and the south end's going together. But whenever they try to jam the two north ends together, look out. That's where the power is at. And force. And force. Because when it sticks to that antenna, now you're creating rate of induction. F you, F you, F you, F you. I don't get why the cerebral confidential informants do that. Snitches. Hey, Tom Tall, you snitching yet? Mark Cuban, you snitching yet? Who's all your buddies you hang out with? Because where there's one potato chip, there's more. You snitching yet? A lot of ultraviolet here, huh? Now the frequencies are all changing. I have birds here to deter the bird deterrents. They fly them in, hurt them, and start using their brains and the statics on their feathers and their heads. Just like a fucking plant. Just like a installed device comes out and starts emitting a frequency. This is so easy to see. Can you hear how the has effect works here? Was that easy to see? And then you can manipulate that. For your ears only. Unreal. So easy to explain. But I'm going to go. This video has been long enough. Cerebral spyware. Cerebral spyware. Cerebral spyware. Cerebral spyware. Cerebral spyware. That's how stupid you are.